Jeez, that was loud. Perfect way to start a podcast.
Correct.
I mean, the perfect way was the way I used to start it, where I just shouted, podcast!
Yeah.
And I went into the whole riff about how this is you talk too much.
But,
and, on a podcast, we talk about basically nothing. On the podcast today, we have...
Josh and I think that's the first time I've ever acknowledged my own name in a podcast.
Are you sure? That sounds like...
Like everyone else, I always come up with some bullshit name, but I'm never afraid to have my name on the actual thing.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, just, hi, I'm Bob. It's nice to meet you all, but I'm not really Bob.
And I'm Jenny from the block. And this is the You Talk Too Much podcast. Anyway.
Coming to you live from a newer place.
No, we had a podcast in this place already.
Okay, a newer place that I haven't been in a podcast in. I haven't been in a podcast in a while.
You were invited to the first one in this place because you were busy that day and I did invite you.
Yes, you did. I didn't feel bad.
I can't remember what you were doing. You were away or something.
I might have been away.
Yeah, that was me, Emily, Parker, and Nikolai. Just to celebrate 100 sketches.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, it's good to be back.
Yes. Oh, how long has it been? I like doing this. I like going back in time.
It's actually been quite a while. I don't even remember the last podcast I was in terms of timing. It was quite a while ago. I remember that we did one just after I finished on crutches, but that was back in 15.
Gee,
not back in 15, beginning of this year, sorry. So
there's no way it's been that long.
No.
Although we haven't done many podcasts this year.
Well, we haven't done too many, but even then, I mean, it could be getting towards 7 or 8 months.
Hey, it's podcast 30.
Yay!
Hey!
Dirty 30.
Dirty 30.
Dirty 30.
I mean, one of them doesn't really count. It's just like the Gamacon panel.
Yeah.
Which doesn't technically a You Talk Too Much podcast, but
it was a panel.
Look, I named it YTTM28, which means You Talk Too Much number 28, which means it's definitely
a U2 talk
for this channel.
Yeah, I just can't speak at the moment.
The last one you were in was Dr. Midget MD with me, Nikolai,
and
Emily.
Back in 2015.
Jesus.
It has been nearly a full year. I'm here for my once a year podcast. Can you stamp my stamp? I'd like to get my next one's free. Thank you.
Your next podcast is free. Why don't we catch up anymore?
It's because I'm a public servant.
What happened, bruv?
I'm a public servant.
That is true. You are.
Yeah, that's no. I was gonna say that's news, but everything is news when you haven't been on a podcast for a year. So it's a fair bit to get through, apparently.
But we've got an hour.
Yeah, we do have an hour, and I have literally got nowhere to be in my life ever.
The only thing I have to do is play Star Wars KOTOR. Not a joke. That's what I have to do.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think we all have a few things on our things we need to do lists that are like Star Wars KOTOR.
Yeah, no, I have to play up to a certain point in the game, so I can keep recording it for foreplay. So what happened? I was playing it at my old place on Kotor's Xbox.
Yes.
I didn't know you can't transfer original Xbox game saves. You can only transfer 360 saves.
Oh no!
So I bought a USB, I did all this effort, and I was like, I'll just put it off until the day I move. It's fine. It wasn't fine.
It was not fine.
So,
let me tell you, that's never going to be fine.
Yeah. So I started playing the game again, when I got here, from scratch, just kind of recreating what I'd done, just do everything that I haven't done, or do everything I have done already, and try and get some of the same loot.
Yeah.
And it worked well for a while, until I ran out of episodes to edit, which means I had no real,
gameplay.
I had no reason to play it. I was like, yeah, whatever, I can wait, who cares? The reason I was playing KOTOR was because the KOTOR was in my ears the whole time when I was editing it. I was like, this is great, this is all Star Wars. And then suddenly I just fell out of it. I was like, yeah, I'll just play my actual good console with all the actual good games on it.
Yeah.
That are all new and pretty.
I'm going to do the opposite. I'm not playing games to catch up. I've just got an overload of new games that I mistakenly pre-ordered thinking that they were all going to be a bit more spaced out than they were because they didn't have release dates at the time. And it turns out they are all released within 28 days of each other. So I'm furiously trying to get to the end of them and actually appreciate the game without running out of time. Because they're all on different consoles, so at least I can work my way around each different console. But I mean, it's hard enough to devote my time to gaming when I'm basically a 9 to 5, and I've got to tell people that they don't get any money. So
true. Plus, I'm pretty sure if you have a public servant job, you're not allowed to say the words "devote my time to gaming."
I'm pretty sure
in the contract. I don't say this.
Hey, I've read my contract. You can say whatever the fuck you want about gaming.
Ah.
So I devote my time to gaming Sometimes when I'm at work.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes, and never when I should be doing any work, so it's okay.
You can always use it to like play a game with the phone calls you take. Like, who's this next person gonna be?
That doesn't work. There's 24 million Australians. How am I going to work out who the next one is going to be?
It's like, hello, Steve?
I bet you it's Frank. Oh, it's Bob.
No, I mean, like, is the next one, like, you know, some old dude or some dude, like, you know, wrong number or looking...
looking for a wrong number.
Looking about drugs.
I can just imagine a guy sitting there on hold for 15 minutes. Man, I really hope Jimmy's going to answer the phone soon.
New answering machine now.
You've got a new answering machine. He made me push 6 buttons to get through to this stage.
Love this music. Boom,
It's-
boom, 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 boom.
Oh, no, we get nothing like that. We get Mozart. We have classical... No, people want to kill themselves by the time they get to us. So I answer the phone. Thank you for waiting. This is Josh. How can I help you? And they go, I swear to God, if I have to listen to another note of that fucking shit, I will end you. That's okay. Thank you for the wonderful feedback. We'll do it. So yeah, you get that a fair bit. Actually, that's a bit of fun when you get them. And then they usually, like, they're asking something very basic, and you're just like... So you came through to talk about that, and you got subjected to 25 minutes of...
Angry people are just lovely.
They are amazing.
It's like a good sense of stress relief just to know someone else is mad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and it's bad at the time. You answer the call, and then like, fuck you, I want to kill you, and you just get to the end of it, and you're pissed off. And then you think about it after 20 minutes, and you're like, why was I worried? That was amazing.
Yeah. This is funny.
This is actually, and like, it was not, and I shouldn't say it's funny because it's really not, but I mean, you get to the end, it's just like, they're just as annoyed as I am about the fact that they're annoyed. I mean, like, it's so basic, but it's so good.
Look, it's the little things in life.
It's the very little things in life.
I get so irrationally mad at the weirdest things. Like, okay, so... This one makes me sound like a bad person, and I think I told on the last podcast.
Half of what I have to talk about makes me a bad person.
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah.
So, I was in Subway, as I do, because I like to pretend I'm healthy without actually putting the effort in.
Yep, same here.
There was some new kid serving people behind a new sandwich artist.
Yes.
But like, you wouldn't really call him an artist because he was like a 15-year-old kid, which is where the irrational anger comes in. Is it like, you know, he was asking me what I wanted in a sandwich, like, yeah, teriyaki, wheat bread, whatever. And then he's like, I don't know why. At this one moment he goes, hey, you want cheese? And I looked up, like, made eye contact with him for like half a second. And just the way his face looked just made me so mad. Like, fuck you, teenager. Yes, I want cheese. I will kill you. I'm bigger than you.
And I will probably eat you because I am hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm mad. Don't be a teenager in front of me.
Oh, the one thing that...
Just the way he looked did that.
The one thing that annoys me,
head.
because like, obviously I don't see people when I'm working, except for my colleagues, but one thing that annoys me when someone talks to me, thanks for that one, sport.
Oh.
I get sported by people at work. It's just, oh no. It's not pretty. It actually annoys me. The one that I almost find hilarious, but it's in the same vein, is thanks for that one, young lad.
Young lad?
Young lad. Because I get some people, some customers who are older, and they get the old young lad, or the kind sir, or your traditional, like, these people were courting people back in the 50s.
Thank you, kind sir. She's like leaving with like a little fan, goes, yoo-hoo!
But there was one, and I don't, it's almost like I don't want to talk about it, but it's so funny in a sense.
I like that you said almost.
I almost don't want to talk about it. Where this person, bless her soul, she was having a terrible day. And answered the phone, and she said, "Oh, hi there, lovely." And she didn't actually have an accent, so I apologise for that voice. Hi there, lovely. I just said, how can I help? And she needed this done and this done. And I got to the end of what she needed to do, and she said, oh, thank you so much. I hope you find a rich wife.
And then she goes, I'm rich, by the way, goodbye.
I'm just like, not too many people wish that you have a rich wife.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, one, progressive. Because usually it's like, the whole stereotype and stigma is that women find a rich husband.
Yeah.
So one, that's lovely.
Yeah.
But two, why would you say that to someone you're on the phone with that you don't know?
And like, she could probably tell by my voice I was younger than her. I mean, it's not hard. She was nearing half a decade, half a century.
Half a decade. She was almost five, man.
She was nearly 50. And lovely lady, but I mean, I'm half her age. And she's like, I hope you find a rich wife. I'm just,
She was like my daughter, click.
That would imply that she had a daughter.
That's true.
This doesn't seem like an appropriate conversation to be having with an officer of the government. So that happened.
I'm chewing, I can't reply.
We've caught him right in the middle of dinner, which is hilarious because...
Dinner started like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, correct.
But yeah, that is... I feel like we could just spend the whole podcast talking about your stories.
About my
like
stories from
sales.
work. But then I'd bore everyone and we'd probably drive away all of your viewers.
All four of them.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm almost at 500 subscribers. I might be by the time this comes out.
Yay!
That was the world's lamest high five. Because I didn't want to like make the mic go
boom. But at the same time, if it's with 499 subscribers, then subscribe and be the 500th. I've got nothing for you, but do it.
I'll have something for you. I'll have great videos every week-ish, kind of, usually.
Yay!
My productivity has really, like, gone downhill.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of stuff written and, like, ready to go, and,
yeah.
like, I've got a lot of impressions that I've got to still work on. But then at the same time, I don't have time to film them. I'm just like, go to work, go home, work on other stuff, go to work.
No, I hear ya.
Redinky dank, bro.
I sit there all the time at work going, you know what? They are paying me. They're paying me to do this. But some days I just feel like not doing this. I could be doing something much more productive with my time, and I'm an agent for the government.
Secret agent.
These people need my help. They may not live without me this evening. And that makes me a terrible person, and I will own that.
Good.
Yeah.
Look, own it. It's fine. If you don't own it, if you're miserable, then it's bad. But if you're like, fuck yeah, I'm the best.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bad thing because I mean, like, I own it in the sense that I shouldn't be doing that. It's like, you need help, but I really want to play games.
It's like, you don't get it. There's Dratini nearby.
Go Pikachu.
That's all I know about Pokemon. I know Pikachu and I know Dratini. Well, I know more than that, but off the top of my head, there's those two.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you need.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'm good. I win Pokemon.
Because by the time you finish with the Dratini, it turns into a giant fat thing.
Oh.
That can fly you around and deliver your post.
Like Falcor.
Or dragon.
It can be both. Falcor was a dragon.
I was going to say, I don't think it can be both.
Falcor in your face like, fuck you.
Falcor is not a Dragonite.
Do you want to see a lovely little radio play? Well, it's a text conversation, but we can make it a radio play.
Yeah.
Of the most irrationally angry I've ever been.
I think we can do that.
All right.
So you be you and I'll be whoever you're talking to.
All right. I mean, I think I could be Emily. You could be me.
Okay, I can be you.
All right.
I can't do your voice though.
That's fine.
That can be in your next voiceover video. How to be me.
All right. So you are in the blue, and I'm Emily.
All right. So
this was a while ago.
I won't give a date, but okay.
It doesn't say a date on there. Good,
because I was going to slide it over and get a date with the photo.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
awesome.
Not here. He's given me a phone, and it's just a photo. I'm like, we could have just scrolled down on the chat, but okay.
No, there's no way. This was ages ago.
Oh, okay. Hey, I can find...
I'd say it's a month ago.
I can find chats on my Facebook from 2009. I don't know why you can't.
I'm lazy, that's why.
Fair.
Anyway, so you're in the blue.
Alright. No problem, boo.
Aww.
Also, I have, just this past second, extended my irrational anger to Subway customers.
What have Subway customers just now done?
So the guy in front of me in line ordered meatball sub. Then he asked for it with no cheese.
This whole page is just blue.
Literally shit. Then he asked for it with no cheese, which is a personal preference. No problem there. Then, that fucker, he asked for it non-toasted. The bread's gonna go all soggy from the meatball sauce! Guy intentionally made a shitty sandwich. No one likes soggy bread! Not even the kids! And they eat crayons! Crayons aren't soggy! Fucking guy. And then the bastard had the gall, the tenacity to ask for lettuce on his meatball sub.
Just lettuce.
Just lettuce.
It's an important detail.
Sorry. The guy had the bastard had the gall, the tenacity to ask for just lettuce on the meatball sub.
It's important when you turn the page.
Yeah. Have you ever eaten boiled, soggy lettuce? It's what happens when you mix it with meatball sauce that has no other ingredients. It's an insult to the very sandwich artists that served him.
I started to get all poetic with it.
A little bit there, and then finally.
Wow, but you've really taken irrational anger to a new level. See, the reason I'm too nervous to order at places like Subway is because I don't know how to make a good sandwich. What if that person was like that?
It's not irrational! He ruined the structural integrity of the sandwich! And I bet he loved it.
If he loved it, then it wasn't ruined, though.
Oh, it was ruined. He's just too dumb to notice.
Of course, Boo. That's totally how that works.
And it looks like you've replied a day later to that with this.
No, it's just like 10 minutes later.
10 minutes later. It is! It really is!
Got angry at anyone else today?
Nah, didn't see any other strangers today. So the only thing is... So the thing is that...
Yeah, that's everything.
That's everything. That just means that you get angry at people who are strangers, and that's it. I'm glad I know you, because everyone else who doesn't know you is like, fuck!
I make very snap judgments, and they usually like correlate with very like just stereotypes from sitcoms, and if they let me down, it's on them.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's their fault for not living up to my standards.
Yeah. I'd like to congratulate Emily, who played the role of talking to Lachlan like his name was Boo.
I like to congratulate Emily on her calmness.
Yeah.
Against my utter
rage. It was so out of place. It's just, this guy ordered a sub with meatball and lettuce on bread.
Well, I like making sandwiches.
Yes, I've noticed that.
I know, the ultimate sandwich, greatest book of all time.
Buy it now.
Cowboy, gonna make it for Josh.
Yeah, correct.
If I had the ingredients now and they didn't cost like $50 to make one sandwich, I would.
Yeah.
I mean, I still would. It's $50, but later, maybe later.
Yeah.
Literally though.
Oh, Floyd Mayweather it. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I like making sandwiches, and I'm a firm believer of the fact that you need to have like something solid between like a layer of sauce. Yeah. What always annoyed me about Subway, the meatballs, is they don't put the cheese under the sauce. Yes.
No, I have noticed that. But the thing is, it doesn't matter what happens, because if you put the cheese under the sauce, then the sauce is going to be...
It just melts over anyway.
Yeah, exactly. There's always going to be one side of the bread that doesn't have anything between it and the sauce.
Yeah. Which is why you get it toasted.
Yes.
So you understand my problem with this person.
Yes,
you just don't understand why I'm so angry.
No. I understand why you're angry as well. I actually fully understand. We actually had Subway for dinner tonight, and I got a meatball sub, and I had to get it. So I've had a meatball sub fresh before, and I've loaded it, but even still, it is not right.
No, it's terrible.
It just turns the bun into pink dough. Mm-hmm. And look, the last person who I knew liked pink dough was 6. And there was a word before the word dough.
Fuck.
I was going with play, but...
Oh! Looks like you're very different doughs.
Yeah. Might also have been no. No dose.
No dose.
6-year-old addicted to friggin' stimulants.
Yeah. But yeah, no, sandwiches are a very important part of my life. And yes. I just need my girlfriend to respect that, and she doesn't. So we're getting a divorce, a boyfriend and girlfriend divorce, which is a real thing. Yeah. I googled it.
No, it's a genuine...
Well, I binged it.
Yeah, look, you binged it. That's the annoying...
Yahoo'd.
That's the annoying thing at work. Our default search engine is Bing. So every time I go and type something in, like today I was watching the results of the US election, which will date this video. And I tried to search for it at about 11 o'clock, which is when the results started coming in. I just opened up a new tab and I've typed in US election, Bing. I searched Bing. Nothing.
Bing's like, I'm sorry.
It's just, fuck.
Did you mean cat pictures?
And then I searched on Bing for Google, and it nearly didn't bring up Google. Google was like the 4th page down.
Bing is like, if you're in a relationship and like, the person you're with knows something about you, and they're mad at you, but they're not going to tell you why. Exactly. They're like, hey babe, can you send me to Google? It's like, oh, Google!
Google!
You like Google now! Where am I?
It's okay.
I can help you. I can help you find stuff. That's fine.
It's okay, but I'm still wondering why your parents named you Bing.
They asked Jeeves what they should call me.
And Yahoo didn't stick.
Now get out of MySpace. Go over there.
Oh man, you should see the twins' Facebook and Twitter. They were in terror this morning. I mean, but between them and WhatsApp, I mean,
They're just shouting memes at each other. It's horrible.
yeah, just left and right, and then Twitter shut down for about 15 minutes because she just had a tantrum and no one could cope, so everyone went and talked to Facebook about it.
Tumblr stayed in C's room.
Tumblr-
XHE's room.
Yeah, Tumblr is a bad Tumblr. I can't even say it right.
Tumblr.
Tumblr. I'm like the older Tumblr. Tumblr is like the black sheep of the family. No one, no one talks to Tumblr. You only see her at family reunions.
You're not allowed to say black sheep on Tumblr.
Oh. the sheep on Tumblr.
Special snowflake.
Yeah, the special snowflake.
Special snowflake in the family.
The darker coloured lamb.
You can't say coloured on Tumblr. It's offensive.
The darker.
You can't say anything on Tumblr. It's offensive. Just shut it.
Picture emoji.
There we go. There we go. Doctor Who GIF. Yas. Something else that's relevant to Tumblr. I don't know enough about Tumblr to finish this.
I don't know anything about Tumblr. Sad dude.
just finish the conversation for the meme and move on.
Exactly.
So what else has been going on in your life? We have Subway. We have public service. Two main things in life.
There have been a few things. They're probably not podcast worthy, for one reason or another.
Have you heard this podcast? I'm eating right now.
Yes, but I've also heard this podcast, and I don't want to bring down the general mood of the podcast.
Oh, those kind of things.
Those kind of things. So other things that I've been doing include nothing, a great deal of nothing, and swag loads of nothing.
I mean, not bad.
Yeah.
You know, there's worse things you could be doing.
I won. I came third place in the office sweeps for the Melbourne Cup.
Nice.
Do you want to know how much I won?
$12.
Close.
Ooh, $13. Don't tell me.
Okay, no.
$13.
No.
$6.
Yes.
Hey.
So I rocked up. It was a $2 sweep.
First try.
Put my $2 down. Went to a job interview the same day, so I didn't even watch the fucking race. So I was sitting there because the interview was at 3:10. So I tried to get time off, and I just said, look, I don't know how you're going to handle this, but I've got an interview next Tuesday. And he's like, okay, what time's the interview? 3:10. Isn't the Melbourne Cup at 3:10? Yes.
Boss, if I was going to leave to watch the Melbourne Cup, I'd leave at 2:50 so I can get a little buzz on beforehand.
Well, here's the kicker. Okay, what time do you need to leave? 2:30.
Which bar are you going to, Josh?
No, so I was sitting there at the it was he granted it because he actually hadn't leave himself. So he
did he go to Melbourne to watch the Melbourne Cup?
No, he was here. He didn't go away. But so I drove and I got all the way to the interview and I sat down and I had two options. I could sit there and try and go over my notes for the interview, or I could try and get the live stream of the Melbourne Cup on my phone. So I weighed up my options and I learned that it's very difficult to get any reception in the building I'd be working in if I get this job.
So not going to get it there? Solid no on that one. I can't watch a Melbourne Cup at work.
So I didn't get my phone to work at all. Didn't go over my notes. By the time I got any form of notification about how the race was going, it was over and I was walking into the interview.
Like, yay, horses.
Yay, horses. So I didn't even know I'd come third until the next morning I sat down at work and there was $6 sitting on my keyboard.
The little post office says, you're a lucky winner. Great work. So also don't have $1 coin.
So I opened up the email that said, here are all the winners. And I went through and I found my name. It was $6. It was genuine. But they ran 3 pools because there was 100 of us who were involved. 100 of us in our team, so people will put money in. And
yeah.
Got to the end of the sweep, obviously, and the people who were running it, they had about 5 or 6 horses left in each of the $1 and the $2 pools for the last ones that they ran. So they go, you know what? We'll just take up all the options that are left. Someone came first, second, and third in the same pool, and they were the ones running it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
How convenient.
How convenient. So I was sitting there going, I was just reading it. And they said, disclaimer, this is not a joke, this actually happened. First place, X. Second place, X. Third place, X. And I'm like, are you sure? This has got to be a joke. You can't come first, second, and third on a one-horse limit.
And who names their kid X?
Out of respect for the person, her name will be Jane.
Solid name.
Yeah.
Better than X.
Yeah. So first place, Jane. Second.
Fuck, is it raining? Or
Yeah,
out of nowhere?
It's just started to rain.
Shit, bruv.
Shit, I parked down the hill and I'm only wearing a basketball top and shorts.
It's okay, I'll protect you.
How?
I've got a subway wrapper you can like hold over your
Actually
head.
sounds like it's hail, it's not just rain.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, brat.
End of days. Trump is elected, the world's gone mad.
Well, funny you mentioned that, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I just, yeah, nah.
I don't like to get political, mainly because I'm very bad at it. But it's so funny.
It's so bad. It's hilariously awful. I mean,
it's like one of those like happy accidents. Like, well, shit. It's kind of funny. I can tell. It'll make a great story later.
Yeah. But I mean, you sit there and you watch the whole thing, and I've been watching all the John Oliver updates because he does all these bits.
He's very good at politics.
Very, very good at what he does. But he did this thing about a month ago, which says, look, if Trump wins, you think nothing's at stake. I've just been shit talking him for the last 6 months. Now, Hillary won New York, which is where last week's night is filmed.
That's good.
Trump won literally everywhere else bar like 10 states.
I did not realize he won that hard.
He won. Like, I was watching the thing, it had predicted I was watching at work. And when I turned it on, it was Hillary is going to win 80% of the time from here. Hillary will win 80% of the time, 81%, 82%. Turn it off. I didn't turn it off. I just changed the tab. Came back to it half an hour later. Hillary will win 50% of the time from here. What the fuck happened?
So they were going through the 10 states that voted for her and like, it was looking good. Oh boy.
Oh my god. So it got to, so like half an hour later I came back to it. Trump will win from here 70% of the time.
It's like if you were watching like a 5-year-old's baseball game or something.
Yeah.
And like, oh, look at them all trying to hit the ball. It's adorable. Like, they're going to win. Like, my son's going to win because he's like actually good at baseball. Like,
Yeah.
what did I say, basketball or basketball for?
Who cares?
Who cares? Yeah, point.
Basketball.
Yeah. Basketball, yeah. My son's the best at basketball, so he's going to win and be fine.
And then the opposition brings out
all the 5-year-olds leave the team. It's just your son there, and then like 8 professional basketball players walk out like,
No, it's not even. It's like the scene from. Probably no one would have seen it because it's a terrible movie. But I watched it as a kid. Benchwarmers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I had
it's
a
like
shitty movie on iTunes.
It's like the semi-final in that where it's 8 kids and one guy from Puerto Rico.
I'm 12.
I'm 12, and he had this birth certificate in crayon and $100 note.
I love that. Yes, you are 12.
Yes, you're 12. They had to beat him by giving him vodka. No, it was tequila. It was worse.
So good.
So that's what we should have done. We should have given Trump tequila the night before the election. He would have said something dumb.
No, you're going to give him his fancy gold drink that he has. Something has some alcohol.
Yeah.
Or is it steak? Yes, he definitely has steak.
Yeah, Trump vodka and steak.
Trump vodka, that's what it was. Trump vodka.
I cannot. It was just vodka with gold flakes.
I mean, it sounds good in theory. Like, communism.
Or gold Sharpies. But
Invisible
really,
ink.
But really, it's just a cheap tool.
That is a great metaphor for politics.
I'll say thank you to John Oliver for that one too. That was from like a year ago. So I'm very sorry, John, that you've lost your job.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely listening. Hey, John, how's the kids? How's the what else does John Oliver have? I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Oh, probably nothing anymore.
Getting the fuck out of town.
Yep, back to England day, Johnny.
That's probably bad as well with like Brexit. Well, we're getting political.
Yeah,
It was only like 5 minutes.
It's been a bad year for politics.
2016's been like a shitty year in general.
Yeah, I mean Brexit, Trump.
A bunch of celebrities died, which is probably the worst crime of all.
No, that's terrible.
Kim Kardashian got robbed.
Yeah, man, tragedy.
I mean, that one actually is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like, you hear, you're like, oh, that sucks. And you hear the story, like, oh, shit.
But hang on, no, replace Kim Kardashian in that sentence with Liam Neeson.
That is an awesome story, to be fair. Liam Neeson, like, go out and find them.
Liam Neeson gets robbed. Okay, I'll change it then to someone who's not Liam Neeson.
Zac Efron.
No.
Someone lame. Dakota Fanning.
Someone that everyone likes.
Dakota Fanning.
Okay. I did say...
Dakota Fanning!
Yeah, I was going to say, you said Dakota Fanning before I finished my sentence. I was thinking Hugh Jackman.
I was thinking the girl from Narnia.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, the girl from Narnia.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Ryan Reynolds. We'll write the story with Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds was robbed in Paris in his suite in Buttfuck Nowhere.
My favourite town in Paris.
My favourite place in Paris. I've been to Paris. I know it's there.
Welcome to Buttfuck Nowhere.
Welcome to Buttfuck Nowhere. We are in the 13th arrondissement.
Get out of here. You are not welcome.
We are the secret arrondissement. So, yeah, no, but, I mean, yeah, Kim Kardashian's kind of, polarising in the sense that only 12 is like her.
Yeah.
But Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool. If Ryan Reynolds was robbed in Paris, shit's going down.
People are going to tell this story.
Yeah.
Like, were you a Deadpool idiot? It's like, man, this is real life, dude. I just got rid of gunpoint. Just please help me. Deadpool got robbed. That's funny. When's the second one coming out? It's like, just help me, officer, please.
Help me, please. They took my wallet and my $67 million in cash.
I'm stuck in another country. That would be the worst, getting robbed like anywhere else.
They took my passport, now I have to board a plane with 2 katanas attached to my back.
That'd be so funny. Hey, it's Deadpool. Yeah, you can come aboard, man. If you got a passport. It just says Ryan Reynolds. It doesn't say Wade Wilson. Go away.
Fuck off.
That would suck, being robbed like anywhere out of your own country.
Oh yeah, that's
Just like,
that's the worst.
fuck.
I mean, you sit there, like, if it's a nothing thing, like, I was robbed $20. Who lives? It's 20. Who cares? Who lives?
Who lives? You got $20, you get the stabbed. It's fine.
But if it's like your passport, you're like, oh shit, now I've got to stay here forever. And somewhere like Russia. I mean, don't get me wrong, Russia's awesome.
But also,
if you
don't have anything.
But say you're an American and you're stuck in Moscow for a weekend because your passport's been stolen.
Yeah.
You are like, you're not leaving the police station.
No. There's a story about that with Amazing Race.
Yeah.
One of the guys, like, they were doing the Amazing Race. He lost his wallet in a taxi or something.
Yep.
He couldn't get on the plane. He got eliminated from the race, but they had to keep filming, so they just ditched him in Russia.
Yeah, that's what they had to do. I've watched that because I've watched, again, reality television is my guilty pleasure, so I've watched all the seasons ever. And I've watched that season. I know the guys who it happened to, because they brought them back for another season.
Oh, okay.
On the proviso that they didn't lose their passport. But they didn't get eliminated the first time. So they said, okay, it's not an elimination league. We're going to give you a league to find your passport and do all the activities. And I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? That's a hard enough handicap as it is. If you can find your passport in Moscow,
you have one, like a supervillain. Like, you have one day.
But that's the thing, like, you're forced to, by show production laws, stop for 12 hours. So you have to sit in the hotel, because otherwise they have to follow you filming. So I remember they let them go and talk to the police while they were off in between episodes. But that's all they were allowed to do. They had to file the police report and then go wait in the hotel.
Jesus.
They couldn't actively go and search until it was their turn to leave.
Oof.
So they didn't find their passport.
Yeah.
They got knocked out. They were knocked out by phone, I think, from memory, 3 cities over.
It's like, listen
here.
You didn't make it. How's the passport going?
By the way, I've got it. Bye.
Oh, also, real quick, I found it in my pocket. Anyway, enjoy jail. Click.
It's fucking boarding a plane.
Does anyone mind hanging up phones anymore? Like, all the kids around, because I hang out with kids all the time. You know, in like dark parks and alleyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
there's 3 in the corner right now.
Yeah.
Hi, Johnny.
When they're miming a phone, it's like they hold their hand out, like, you know, like holding an iPhone.
Yeah, hello. Yeah.
Instead of doing like the 2 fingers that everyone else does, like the thumb and your pinky, like, you know, like the old days.
Which could also be a sketch.
That's true.
You could just draw. There you go, sketch.
Millennial miming.
Millennial miming. So you got a guy who's talking on an iPhone like this, and you got an older generation person who draws some receivers onto his finger and pinky. Yeah. Just have to find people who are happy enough to get drawn on for a sketch.
There is a great sketch I want to do. I really just want to say the title of it and then explain nothing else. But basically, I want to explore like sound design stuff because I haven't really. The title of the sketch is the following. Well, okay, the title of the sketch is Sucking the Invisible Man's Dick. Because it's funny to me just to have this, like, it's a whole Foley experiment. It's about the dumbest shit. At the same time, I gotta find an actor that's comfortable miming sucking a dick.
I think...
My one problem.
You know enough people who would be willing to do anything.
That is true.
And I don't imply me. Do not think
Damn
of me. Damn it. I was thinking Curtis.
He'd do it.
Yeah, he would do it. In fact,
right, problem solved.
he would pay you to do it.
Like, that's funny. I'll do it. Here, have some money. Some of my exorbitant cash.
Oh my god. No, that could be a sketch combining with your porn impressions.
Those are so much fun to do.
Yeah.
Pornhub impressions. Like the tutorials, like the audience loves.
Yeah.
But my personal favorite is the Pornhub impressions. It's just so good.
But it's a good learning mechanism. I mean, you sit there. So this is how you do the voice. You go this part high and this part this, and you go try and add a bit of gravel. And we're talking about the dominatrix.
I could combine them. You're right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So the dominatrix is Miss Piggy. And she goes, oh my, I'm Kermit. I can't quite. I've actually watched those videos. I cannot quite get the gravelly part behind it. That's all I'm missing.
You were real close. My favorite part about those videos is that people actually do it.
Yeah. Like, I was sitting there at work. I was just 15 minutes in my other job. It's just, I'm the only one in the office for 6 hours, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. So I just sit there just, Kermit.
I would love if you weren't the only person in the office. Like, you thought you were, and someone else uses it, you go, oh. You hear someone else go, oh. You go, oh. And they go, oh. And then, like, you just turn around. It's like a janitor, just like, hi, how are you?
I didn't see you there.
The next thing I want to do is, like, read out a fan fiction or something.
Fan fiction?
Like an erotic fan fiction. Like,
No.
My Immortal would be good, but it's been overdone. I think
Yeah.
I've got to do a new one. I've got to find a new, like, level of shit.
Yeah. Work your way down.
To just trudge through.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It'd be fun. Yeah. But yeah, those videos are doing good.
They are good fun.
I'm glad people enjoy them.
I'm glad that finally, I mean, not very many people know this, and if you want to go and watch my one video I've ever uploaded, by all means go and do it. But I'm glad that finally one of my friends has done enough that they've overtaken me for my most views in one video record.
What a fucking humble brag. Like, I'm glad someone else is finally more famous.
No, I've been sitting there for the last 4 years going, I uploaded this as a favour.
Yeah, it is a very confusing thing to get very popular.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen it, it's a cover music video version of Gangnam Style back in 2012, but it was actually good.
When it was relevant.
And I put it up, but it got 2,500 views. And I mean, like, that's probably small for us.
I beat that ages ago then.
Yeah, I know, you beat it ages ago.
I'm very confused now.
But you beat it ages ago, but I haven't been on a podcast since December last year.
No, I beat it before we did
We measured this in June.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh, well, then the Going Over 3 videos jumped a lot.
Okay.
Since June.
Since June?
I beat it in June.
Okay. Okay, you beat it in June.
At least, I think.
Yeah, we beat it. I was going to say, because I might not have been on a podcast since December, but we have done other things.
Yeah. We did a lot of gameplay.
We did a lot of gameplay.
Gameplay is so much fun, though.
Check out the Dishonored.
No one watches it.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me.
It's just something, yeah.
Mainly because I get to do all the dumb, like, Photoshops and stuff.
It's
so stupid.
It's so good.
My favourite one I've ever put out, though, came out yesterday. But Tuesday, by the time we put this out.
Yep.
Like, yeah, on Tuesday, the Thief Asylum.
Yes.
That was so good. I don't know if you've seen the video yet, but
I played that episode.
Yeah, it turned out real good.
I know, I've watched it.
It was funny.
It was not funny reliving it at 11:30 at night with all the lights off. Because I'm the idiot who does that.
Yeah. I know it was Five Nights at Freddy's, like, lore videos, and they're like, what was that?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello? Are you there?
So I went to a horror movie night the other week.
Yeah.
A post-Halloween horror movie night, because we couldn't catch up on Halloween.
Because reasons.
They were like, hey, it's November, time for Halloween,
Yeah,
I guess.
that's like Oktoberfest in September.
Come and get dressed up and watch horror movies. So I bought a bunch more horror movies because I didn't have enough.
Yeah.
We watched like 3. realized that movies just go for a while. It was like 3 a.m. We're like, all right, cool, we're basically done. Everyone wants to go home, we're going to sleep. So you have to get a bunch of horror movies that I don't really want to watch by myself. And I've got no time during the day to watch movies, so I have to watch them by myself at night.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a great time to be alive.
Fantastic. And I reckon they do that. I reckon games and movies, like not so much movies, because movies you tend to be geared towards one genre. But games like your open world games, like a Skyrim or a Witcher or a Thief, they can kind of jump between platforms, so you get that horror aspect. So you get so engrossed in the game. So someone like me gets home from work at 5:30 in the afternoon, and say you're 10 hours in, and the horror part's 15 hours in. You don't know what's coming, so you get to that 15th hour in at 10 o'clock at night. You're like, I'm really keen. Oh shit, everything's getting dark. Why am I going into an asylum? Do I want to be playing this, but I'm stuck here. I really want to keep going because I want to get past this part because I want to be playing at 2 o'clock in the morning. No, fuck this, I'm out. And then you usually play it and it takes you like 6 hours.
That's my favorite part about Thief. The other ones, like Witcher and stuff like that, it's very, like, you can tell when it's going to get creepy because, like, you're getting to investigate a haunted house. It's like, all right, there might be a scare.
Skyrim announces it. The mission for it is the House of Haunted Horrors.
Yeah. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And, like, Fallout 4 does it for me a lot, where it's like, I just, like, walking down the street, generally, just go in a basement, you're like, is anything behind this corner? Everything in here is scary.
Yeah, the answer tends to be yes.
Yes. But then Thief's one is so, like, out of left
the
field.
blue,
and it's so good because of it.
Yeah.
You're like, it's not going to be scary, it's Thief. But yeah, I love that level.
Yeah.
So, like, people are going to watch it and go, it's not a scary game. I love that level of it because of the build up to it.
Yeah.
If we played the whole game through, it would have been
rubbish. Better. Yeah.
It would have been way better, I think, if we all played the whole game.
No, but if it was like out of nowhere and everyone knew it was coming. But for someone who hasn't played Thief, like me, and I mean, if I wasn't part of that video and I watched it, I wouldn't have known what was coming.
True.
I've played that part of the game now, and I've watched that part of the video, and I knew what was coming, and I still did not find myself appreciating it as much as others will.
What I enjoyed about it was that, like, I'd played the whole game before.
Yeah.
I found stuff in that level when we recorded it that I didn't see the first time.
Yeah.
Which made it way better.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the woman in the hallway.
Yeah.
That was the coolest one.
That was, exactly.
You're like, exactly.
Yes, that's great. I mean, no, because I know what you're talking about. Because other games, you go through and you pick up stuff that you didn't notice the first time that are similarly themed.
Yeah, really, really interesting stuff.
A couple of things, and there are actually games that do it on purpose. There's a game that I know, I've never played it, but what happens is every time you get to the end, it gives you, it's not a new game plus, but it's a new game with kind of extra features. You keep
depending on how you did in the previous save.
No, it doesn't matter on how you did in the previous save, but they add certain things to the story.
Oh, cool. I thought you were talking about Undertale for a second.
No, not Undertale. No. I can't remember what it's called. But it's actually really meta in that at the end, you can only play through it 4 times, but to get the true ending, you have to choose to kill yourself instead of killing the other person.
Oh.
And you don't get that choice for the 4th playthrough. And when you do, it actually deletes your entire save file and everything that you've done, and you can't name your character the same character name again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
But the story changes every time, like just 1 or 2 things. And
that's actually really awesome. Yeah. It sounds so difficult to make.
Yeah.
As a game maker, but I'm a game maker. Like, for anyone making games, that sounds so difficult.
Yeah. But it's really annoying because you get to the end, I can just see myself. I've poured 4 playthroughs of an RPG, because it's an RPG type thing.
Yeah.
4 playthroughs of the character of the same name, probably named Melvin, just because I can.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
But
Melvin's the best.
Melvin or Hingle McCringleberry, something like that.
Love it.
So you get right through the end, and Melvin or Hingle, as I'm going to call him for short, you get right to the end, and the options are killing yourself and spare the person who's the main protagonist of the story, or killing the person you've been told to kill 3 times because that's the story. And you choose to kill yourself, and you just watch as the game deletes your entire save file. Like, holy fuck, what have I done?
That's cool.
And then you restart the game, and you're like, Melvin. Why not Melvin? Why not? Have I spelled it wrong?
That's awesome.
That would be cool. I want to play it. I don't know what it's called, but I want to find it. It's on a Watch Mojo list. It's bound to be. So I'll find it and I'll play it.
Sweet. Yeah. And then we'll give you the name. We'll play it for nerds and stuff.
Yeah, for nerds and stuff. Speaking of, we also have Worms to play for nerds and stuff.
Yeah, we do. I want to play Worms.
The Worms Armageddon X. I can't actually remember what it's called.
New Worms.
New Worms.
Worms 7.
For PS4,
Deadly
Xbox One.
Hallows. Oh, yeah. That's like, what, 4-player, one screen? Right? 4-player co-op?
Yeah, because PS4's only got four players, so yes. Although I imagine, because Xbox One's 8, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I thought it was 8.
Let's go with yes.
Because if it's 8, then Worms is 8-player on Xbox.
A solid maybe on that one. If that's true, I will get Worms and get 4 more controllers and we'll play 8.
I'm not going to make you spend $450 on Worms.
We're playing 8-player Worms no matter what.
Oh, yeah. We will find a way.
We'll
but
make it happen.
It's the system we've already got is 4-player, and if we can find 3 other people versus 7 other people,
If we can make 3 more friends.
I can't make friends.
Well, shit. Alright, this is down to me then.
Yeah.
If anyone out there wants to be our friend,
So it turns out,
email us at whowantsToBeMyFriend.com.
or write to us at I really want to be your friend, care of this address.
Friend Street.
Friendvale.
Yeah, on the friendliest number, 2.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Shit, someone's going to reply now. It's like, I watched
some other way 2 Friend Streets, like, fuck!
Fuck! Just watching Top Gear last night, the old Top Gear, not the new one. And they're like, "Oh, we'll just give away James's Ferrari," and they're like, "If you really like James's Ferrari, write into us that I'll take that Ferrari off your hands if I must." Care of BBC London, wherever we are, and they got replies.
I would just leave like $50,000 in the envelope. Like, I'll take a
No,
Ferrari.
it wasn't even that. It was just right on the envelope. I'll take it if I must. And make sure you have a return address. That's it.
That's funny. That's a good way to do it, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
It's smart.
Just give everything away via just reply to this message.
I think it's I think if I'm gonna do a giveaway ever on this channel, I'm gonna do it like that.
Yeah.
Just write in care of wherever I am.
Yeah. If you know where I am, you win.
Yeah, P.O. Box, Friend Street, number 2.
Number 2, Friend Street.
Would you like a hard-hitting question,
Let's
sir? We haven't done one in a while.
we haven't done one yet, and we are now 47 minutes in.
In fact, I'm pretty sure you and I haven't done one since your last podcast.
No, we definitely haven't done one since the last podcast.
We didn't do one on the podcast before this.
No.
Or the one before that.
We may need to do a hard-hitting question.
Well, sounds about time. So, Joshua Creech, my rock, my little baby boy.
Did that rock come from the bottom of Lincoln's
yes,
Lincoln's beard?
I can't wait for the Counting Heroes season.
That would be cool.
Season 3. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, you have to die.
Yes.
However, it'll be in a blaze of glory. What do you choose to do to die in a blaze of glory? How do you want to die in a blaze of glory?
I'd like it to be a literal blaze of glory.
Okay, elaborate.
So what'll happen is, I don't know what'll happen, but it's going to be like Rome 64 BC. The fucking city's on fire.
Like, Mad Max happened in this world.
Yeah.
Trump became president, the whole world destroyed itself, and now, like, we're back to old times. We're reset.
Well, it's not going to be quite like that. It's going to be like modern day version of it. So for those who don't know the story, basically what happened, it was the fires of Rome. The whole city was basically on fire because of the emperor. He just set the fucking place on fire because he was a dickhead.
The end.
He went out, but he didn't. I don't think he died in that. I'd like to go out in a genuine blaze of glory. I don't know what city I'd pick. I don't know where, but I'd just go right to the middle of it, pour as much fuel as I can all over the place while I'm going, like Splatoon, from like the game Splatoon. For anyone who's played it, good fun. Light a match. Just stand there, and what will happen is it'll be an overcast day.
Okay.
But when the match is lit and it's dropped, the clouds will part and the sun will beam down on this city. And it'll just be like heaven is accepting this sacrifice of an entire city.
So it's like, the city's on fire, we'll go, oh! I don't know.
We seem to have...
They've been raptured.
They have been raptured. I'll just be standing there going, I did this. I don't regret anything. That's not how I would choose to die, don't get me wrong. If I had to go out in a blaze of glory, it would be a genuine blaze of glory. Mm. But that's not how I would choose to die.
How would you choose to die then?
That's trickier. Because you see, everyone likes to say I've died doing what I love. But I've seen too many people die doing what I love recently.
Plus it's also really awkward to die during sex. For the other person.
Yeah, for the other person anyway. But you can just, for yourself, it's really nice. It's,
around it. And then you just like fade into a skeleton. Oh.
Rigor mortis is instant. Just Yugi. So no, what I mean by that is actually cricket. I've seen too many people die recently in cricket.
Cricket's also nice.
So I don't mean the big story that everyone probably knows about. I mean other things have happened. So I don't want to die doing what I love because then it's just a mess. I've witnessed it. It's not pretty. I almost want to die doing what somebody else loves.
Like my best friend's wife. Anyway.
That's, again, not what I meant.
What? Okay. Which best friend are we talking about? You don't have to name them, but like, what's their thing?
That's not what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter who. What's your favourite thing to do?
I said mine already.
Yeah, true. Okay, so not yours.
Fucking my best friend's wife.
That's really awkward for you.
No. It's really awkward with them.
You and Janice.
My best friend.
No, you and Janice must really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely.
Maurice does not.
No.
No.
No. Not at all. He found out.
Yeah.
We're not really best friends anymore. I stopped referring to him like that.
Yeah, you probably
He's just fucking some guy's wife now.
He's actually at the door with bang for your blood.
That's what the noise was before. It wasn't hail. This is him.
It was just him. If I'm going to be a dick about it, I'll do what somebody else loves. I don't know. I'm not one for grand world touring, but if somebody I know really wanted to travel around the world, I would do it and then die halfway around.
Fuck your vacation, best friend.
So they're like, here I am in Paris.
Just a stab. Lovely. What was it? Buttfuck Nowhere, Paris?
Buttfuck Nowhere in Paris.
Buttfuck Nowhere. Just like a sharpened baguette just impales you. It's like, welcome to Buttfuck Nowhere.
But that's the thing, I mean, it gives them... It could go one of two ways. One, and most likely they're never going to want to do it again, which means I've achieved half a goal, which is that their experience is no longer required. Or two, and I'm hoping it goes this way, they really want to do it to set the record straight. They're going to want to do it for me. But I don't want...
Spread your ashes around the world. Go back
You
to where
spread
they
my
came.
ashes in Buttfuck Paris.
We don't want them. Take your ashes elsewhere.
So it means they have to do it.
Okay.
So something like that. But that's, again, that's just a bit of fun. I don't know how I if I had to choose how I would physically die, stabbing is not one of the options.
You're just so present for the whole thing. Like, you see the knife, the tip of it go in until the very end of it. It's like the world's scariest blowjob. You watch the whole thing go all the way in. But this time it might not come out. You just drop to the floor.
So, no, I don't think so. Everyone says drowning. I don't want to drown.
Why? Who says drowning? Like, yeah, I think I want to drown.
Well, no one says that they want to drown, but drowning is apparently the easiest way to go because it's painless.
I guess it depends on the kind of drowning.
Well, drowning is not painless.
It's got real dark.
First of all, for those who want to know, drowning is not painless. Your lungs scream out in agony after 30 seconds.
They're saying, help, I'm drowning.
That's exactly it. But apparently, everything slows down. You stop feeling pain. You start seeing your flashback. Apparently, of what you've done in your life. And there are days.
Flashback of an attempted drowning.
There are days I sit there and I genuinely wonder, am I drowning? And this is just a flashback of what happened in this day.
Maybe I'm already dead.
Maybe I'm because that's just a terrible circle. That's a terrible circle of life because you get to the point where you're drowning and the flashback starts again. You never actually die. Everything is going in like quarter speed. I'm probably dead in the 1600s.
I've been trying to think about how I want to go into Blaze of Glory since I asked the question.
I figured I'd give you enough time.
I really don't have much because I've been engaging in this conversation. I wish we had a third person so I could like defer to them. You guys can talk, and then I can think.
Well, what I would do if that was going to be done.
I'm funnier that way.
Yeah.
If I was going to die in a Blaze of Glory, I would probably want to do it like while doing a bit, like being a funny idiot in a group of people, like a great like bit where like
Performing.
Yeah, like performing, like pretend like I got like a poison dart in the neck for some dumb reason, like, oh no, stab, and then like drop to the floor, but I actually just die there.
Yeah.
With everyone going, that's a funny guy.
That's a funny guy. But
he's joking around having a stroke, and it's just...
You can extend that to other things, and it's almost horrifying that Blaze would go, think Olympic diver. Completely misses the pool.
Oh.
He's going in for triple pike on a backflip with half quarter turn. High degree of difficulty. Ba-bum. Ba-bum. Boom.
Can I name this podcast?
Yeah. If you can spell
How do you spell?
THPPTTTTTTT.
Just a blood emoji.
Yeah.
That'll be the day. Do they have that already on YouTube? Do they have emojis in the title?
I have no idea. I think so.
I want to know now.
Dear YouTube, do you have emojis?
I'm going to type that into YouTube. Dear YouTube, do
you have emojis
in the title? Question mark.
For a moment that you were searching, do you have emojis in the tit?
Can you step on a Lego?
For
YouTube, you're worse than Bing.
Hey, YouTube is Google. How dare you?
Let's just go and ask Jeeves.
Oh, man. So, that happened.
Yeah. You keep looking over there. Like, what is so interesting about this part of my room?
It's all of your DVDs.
That's not all my DVDs.
It's some of your DVDs.
It's most of my DVDs.
It's most of your DVDs. I'm just curious. I saw Utopia and I'm like, I've seen Utopia.
Utopia's a great show.
Utopia is amazing. They're doing
Solid
Working Dog are actually doing a Archer style.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's coming out on Comedy Channel soon.
Sweet, I'll have to get it on DVD because I don't have Comedy Channel. I'll have to wait.
I know what to get you for Christmas. I think they're also doing it on
DVD player.
I think they're also doing it on Netflix or Stan or something.
I have neither of those either. I'm not responsible enough with my money to like pay for a subscription.
They give you a free month. You just cancel the subscription after a month.
That's not a bad idea. That seems cheap and.
All you need is a different email address.
I'm not a TV whore.
All you need is neither am I.
You're right. I just get a different email address every time. But I mean, I can afford Netflix. I just don't trust myself to be able to afford it like 2 years from now when I have no money because I bought a bunch of like stupid like mugs. I buy a lot of crappy mugs now. I got my Frozen mug. I got my Star Wars mug. I got my gigantic fucking mug. It's bigger than that bowl that's next to it.
Gigantug, yeah.
Yeah.
I just buy novelty mugs for work.
I bought a mug last night. It's called the Unt mug.
Yeah.
It's the word like it says like in big bold black letters. It says UNT on the mug, and the handle is like a big black letter C.
Yeah.
So
well, hang on. Funny you mentioned that. This is actually recent news too. Have you seen the new unofficial Northern Territory?
Yeah.
See you in the NT.
That's so good.
It's amazing, and I get why they're pissed off. The government is pissed off about it. It's gonna work.
It's like where the bloody hell are you, but to the extreme.
No. Where the bloody hell are you was flaccid compared to this.
Exactly. Like people in like other countries, like you can't say bloody hell on TV. Like
we just printed the
word.
Yeah,
you can't write cunt on things.
We just printed the word cunt on an official post to get people to come to this country.
I like the idea of this podcast being titled "You Can't Write Cunt on Things."
just walk up to people. Hello.
What's he writing? See you. Oh, it's a Northern Territory ad.
It's a Northern Territory ad. Just leave a large enough gap.
Someone walked up and goes, "Hey, cunt!"
Just leave a large enough gap on the writing and just bang, stamp. In the is all that the stamp needs to say.
But like really small, so from far away, it's like a cunt.
Yeah, well, that's what the letters are.
Yeah.
If you hold your phone right as far as arm's length away from your face, all you can see is cunt.
Hard-hitting question part 2. How much money would I have to pay you to get the word cunt tattooed on your like lower back?
Well, you have to pay for the tattoo to start.
Or the word cunt on your stomach with an arrow pointing down. And then another one pointing up.
I think you'd have to first...
I'd pay for the tattoo.
You'd have to pay for the tattoo.
But how much more money?
Like, those who know me know I don't have tattoos for a reason. They're...
That was the most genuine my last time I've been on this show, by the way.
I
normally like hide my real laugh, but that was real.
That was
my giggle. Yeah.
That was real.
That's real.
You probably couldn't. you'd have to ask me when I'm off my face.
What if we make it like a royalty-based thing where like I pay you every time someone has to see it?
You pay me nothing.
Like, no, even if like you're like in your house or something, you like stretch and your family sees like, what's this say cunt? You're like, give me money. Yeah, see like every context. If you're like short on rent that week, you just walk up and like show people your stomach. You're just like, hey, look, it says cunt. They're like, damn it. Then I'm there with money, just ready for you.
Yeah, just magic coin, bang.
So how much? Royalty basis.
I genuinely don't think you could.
There's not enough money in the world.
There is not enough money in the world for me to get the word cunt put on my body.
What word could we write on your body?
Not much. I don't.
Not much.
No, because you just get not much.
Just like not much. Arrow pointing down.
Prepare to be disappointed.
No, that's how you write not much. They go, oh, it's small, and you take off your pants like, oh no, it looks bigger now because there's not much over it. Yeah, it's fine. It's like cutting your pubes shorter. You know, it's like an illusion. Yeah,
it's a booster illusion.
Lowering their expectations so that in the end they're more satisfied.
I don't need to lower people's expectations anymore. I basically have not much tattooed on me already.
It's not much as a person. Like in the dictionary it says not much and there's a picture of you there. It's like, hey. The whitest kid around. Like, yeah.
Oh, man.
You got like a bow tie and a moustache and like thumbs up.
Yeah. Fake glasses.
Yeah. Not much.
Not much.
What's interesting about him? Oh, you know, not much. She's got a cool tattoo. What does it say? Not much.
Not much.
No, what does it say? There's not much.
Not much. It's like who's on first, but
this has been a good podcast. I'm laughing. I'm enjoying this now. It's been like a little roller coaster. We started off like just catching up. Then we had some yelling. Then we had some like politics. And now it's just like smoothed out to us just being idiots.
Yeah. We've balanced. We've come full circle.
So you know what's funny? Writing cunt on people. You just can't write cunt on anything.
Write cunt on people.
You just shouldn't.
You can when they're passed out. They're blackout drunk and they're your mate.
That is true. I almost made it almost a whole day with that kind of thing written on me. It's back when I was like, I was 16, 17. Back when writing on people was still funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I woke up like, you know, as at some party. Went home, like someone picked me up. They didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Went home. No one at home told me. I think I hung out with a friend later. They didn't tell me. I got home, looked at the mirror after. I was like, oh, there's a penis on there. Cool.
I actually played cricket a few years ago, back when I was playing juniors, but it was kind of that age where we were all kind of starting to drink. So, so 15s.
So, you know, I was 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5.
Australia.
It's Australia.
I was nearing a decade.
15 or 16.
That was half a decade.
And this poor guy, he rocked up. Not poor guy, fuck, he was off his face. He had a better night.
He's poor now.
He had a better night. No, he's actually doing quite well for himself.
No, I mean, like, after spending all this money on alcohol.
No.
He was poor in that moment.
He was poor in that moment. But he rocked up to the game unable to function. Like, we had to place him in the field. And we just said, look, stand there. At the end of every over, turn around. That's all you need to do. That's all I'm asking you to do. And we got to the end of the first bit, so we went off to have a drink, and we carried him over and sat him on the hill which we were playing at, and he kind of got up unsteadily and walked over and vomited on the other side of the hill. Came back, sat down, his shirt's up over his chest, and he's got "fuck me" written on his belly.
I wonder how long it took him to realise.
He perked up towards the end of the fielding, and someone yelled out to him, "Hey, lift up your shirt," just before the ball already. So I lifted up and just got "fuck me." We got a wicket. We got someone out. And the guy we got out just couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, that's funny.
It was such a good... we lost that game, in case you know.
The end.
The end.
And we all lived happily ever after, relatively.
Moral of the story, don't get "fuck me" written on your belly button.
Get cunt and arrow pointing down.
Cunt instead.
Guys, you just can't write cunt on things.
You just can't write cunt on people.
That's a good message, I think, to send to the world. Is just don't write cunt on things.
Yes, that's exactly it.
If you want to survive in the world, just stop writing cunt.
Can someone write cunt on Trump?
Other than that, I think that's the only valid reason.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a good podcast.
That was a good podcast.
I think we're nearing time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right then.
Right.
How do I end these? I forget. What was the name again?
I don't remember. Josh.
Joshy C.
Joshy C.
Whoa! I didn't almost fall on my chair. And you talk too much. Uh oh! Didn't stop.